cultivate national principles and values without reminder for the common good. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, on Friday, 11th March 2022, presented to the National Assembly, and indeed the entire Zambian population, an update on the progress made in the application of the national principles and values. The Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection provides a social justice perspective in keen consideration of the plight of the vulnerable, the marginalized, and the poor, whose well-being lies on those vested with authority, upholding principles such as integrity and social justice. The recent address sets a baseline on which various stakeholders will further monitor and evaluate government's mandate in cultivating these various principles. Key number of issues were mentioned, issues such as combating climate change, doing away with costly by-election. On the legal front, the JCTR is elated with the open declaration by the government to prioritize constitutional reform. This is against a number of challenges that have been raised in the past, such as ambiguity. At the core of the process, it is important to emphasize that the Constitution has always been a document that belongs to the people. Therefore, it is pertinent that a roadmap is provided to allow for meaningful participation of various stakeholders. Furthermore, of crucial importance to upholding human dignity, equity, social justice, equality, and non-discrimination, JCTR is elated that the government, through the decentralization agenda, is committed to turning around the economy to accelerate socio-economic transformation and uplift the lives of the citizens. It goes without mention that reversing the current economic trajectory will not happen instantly. Therefore, there is need for government to pay attention to some of the pertinent social ills that are prevailing, issues such as suicide, instability, gender-based violence. In the presidential address, remarks were also made on salient issues pertaining to the impact of climate change. Afforestation has been noted as one key measure that is being undertaken by the government. It is important to note that while harmful to the environment, charcoal production is a significant forest-related livelihood and a highly demanded source of energy, even for the urban areas. This crisis therefore bears two faces. On one end, there is a need to adopt alternative technologies and fuels currently being hindered by poor enabling conditions. On the other, inequality in the form of poverty and vulnerability is at risk of remaining high for as long as alternatives are not provided for former charcoal producing households. Generally, the commitments and strategies highlighted in the SONA to enhance national development are a step in the right direction. In the absence of a provision speaking to the 8th National Development Plan roadmap, JCTR is concerned with the extent to which this application of the principles and values will highlight some of the addressed challenges. In addition, tracking and monitoring progress by the citizenry remains elusive in the absence of access to information. The public is only able to truly participate in democratic processes when they have information about the activities and the policies of government. In a quest to consolidate good governance, JCTR does note that it becomes of paramount relevance that the presidential address does not end in mere rhetoric, but a move to actual implementation of these commitments and enforcement of relevant laws. Given the above reality, JCTR urges the government to walk the talk, thus recommending the following: expedite the constitutional reform process and review of subsidiary legislation, including the amendment of the Public Order Act, Electoral Process Act, among others. Enact the access to information legislation, as this is the smoothest avenue to promote accountability, transparency, responsibility, and combat corruption. Develop a strategic plan that does harmonize human activity and environmental protection. JCTR equally extends this call to all non-state actors to join hands and complement the efforts of government, especially at community level, where the family plays a crucial role of being a basic an essential building block of society, underpinning principles and beliefs for the common good.